Shalom, TaNaKh Wisdom. Last upload we talked about mind. And the main word for mind in the Hebrew is pronounced luv, lov, where we get the English word love from. And the function of it is the center, seat of emotions, center of thoughts. Seat of emotions, center of thoughts. That's the Hebrew word for mind. And then I said thoughts. What is a thought? Where do thoughts come from? The Hebrew word for thought is chashav. Chashav. Chet, shin, vet. And the function of that verb root is to join, combine separate items. Considering, thinking, combining thoughts. That's a function, that's an action. Considering, thinking. Chashav, the Hebrew word that they translate as thought. But a thought is a word laid forth. Where do they come from? A thought is a word laid forth. You think a thought and you speak it in a word. So, where thoughts come from? Do they come from us? Or do they come from outside of us? Let me read a few scriptures here. In 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, 5, it says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not fleshly, but mighty through powers, to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of powers, bringing every thought into captivity, into the obedience of the Messiah." Bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Messiah, casting down those arguments and every high thing. In James chapter 3, verse 14 and 15, it says, "But if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your hearts, do not boast and lie against that truth. This wisdom in Hebrew, chachma, absorbing knowledge, incarnated in your physical being, does not descend from above, but is earthly, fleshly, demonic." Those two passages lets us know, and here's another one. Ephesians 6 talks about a part of the armor that we're to put on, and it is the shield of faith, by which we may quench the fiery darts of the wicked one. Faith, emunah, amen, meaning to rely and depend upon. So we see those fiery darts are suggestions of the enemy. Let's go back to In Beginnings, chapter 3. Adam and his Nikeva, his complement, his woman, were alive. They were living by virtue of Yahweh's thoughts. That's what life, living in the Hebrew is. Chayi. The function literally is to live by virtue of Yahweh's thoughts. They knew nothing else. But the serpent gave a suggestion to Adam's woman, the complement of his spirit. So those passages let us know that thoughts either come from above, heaven, Yahweh, or below, Satan, the devil, demons. They don't come from us. That's why the word for thought in Hebrew is chashav, which means to consider, to combine separate elements. combining thoughts, combining words. All we do is make a choice, because they come from outside of us, either from above or from below, from light or from darkness. And we choose which one we want to entertain or reject. Shalom. TaNaKh Wisdom.